Hi friends, happy Wednesday. Today we are going to be introducing our summer balanced feature, Miss Renee Chen, the president and co-founder of Heartworks Writing. So as soon as she joins us today, we'll be adding her and we'll be sharing all of the amazing things about her for the next hour, what she brings to our box this quarter, what she's doing in her current business, and of course, some things about self-care and what her jam is. And so we look forward to having her join us in a few minutes. How is your Wednesday going? How are you getting through the week? Renee, you just have to send me your add to the video and then I'll be able to add you. So while we're waiting for that, if y'all can, I'm super pumped too. I've literally been waiting for this conversation. Feels like a lifetime. I'm not gonna lie. We've been waiting to feature Miss Renee for quite some time. So I am super excited about this. I pushed accept. It's not. I got her. Renee Chen in the house, y'all. What?
How you doing?
I'm so good. How are you, friend?
I'm great. And yes, we've been waiting a long time for this. You've been asking for months.
I've been asking for months, but that's one of the things that I love about you. I love that you only do the things when it's the time to do the things. And I love that you honor that energy and just your gut when you know it is. And it is perfect timing. It's perfect timing for this box. We're talking about balance. I feel like you're a very balanced individual, and all of your work that you do at Heartworks Writing, it's true. I'm not a BSer. I'm going to try not to say any cuss words today, so we'll see how far we get with that. But
I will try to.
But it's true. I love that about you, and so. But I wanted to be able to have you in this box because your business offers so many things that are so balanced for an individual. And so I wanted to be able to feature you. So thank you so much for finally saying yes. It means so much to me.
Thank you, Kitty, for having me.
All right. So we're going to get into talking about this amazing human that I have the pleasure of knowing and working with. So we're going to get straight into Miss Renee Chen's bio. So Renee Chen, pronouns are she, they, is a firm believer in owning your voice and telling your story in a way that feels reflective, genuine, and powerful to you. As a business owner, she understands how important self-care and clarity are to your overall mission. Can I get an amen? Renee is the president and co-founder of Heartworks Writing, where they take care of all of your personal and business writing needs, book coaching, content coaching, copywriting, editing, and ghostwriting, which we are so grateful for here at Kimmy Wilson Co. She is also a leader in their memoir mindset series, teaching others how to write their memoir, as well as their Write to Heal series, which is therapeutic writing in community. Renee was born in Houston, Texas, and she was raised between Houston, Kingston, Jamaica, and Toronto, Canada. She graduated from Sam Houston University with a double major in international business and economics. Boy, you a baddie. She spent the majority of her career in management and training, but also building businesses from the ground up. She loves problem solving and thinking outside the box. Tired of being a part of a system that values profit over people, she spent time teaching and traveling abroad before working in the nonprofit within the mental health field and art world. Renee believes that there is strength in your story and brand, and she aims to help individuals and business owners see through their vision. Now, first of all, I love, thank you for providing that and letting me read that. I feel very, very honored. I feel personally, because I know that it's true, right? there are so many people that say like, this is my mission, this is the thing that I want to do, but I have actually watched you do that, what you say, like walk the walk and talk the talk in real time. And you do see people through their vision. It's you're very intentional with how you do that and how you show up. And you definitely are making a difference in helping others see their value. And it's not about the profit. And that's what I love about the work that you do and about you as an individual. You do want to make sure that people are really intentional with what they're doing. They're behind their mission. You support that mission when it aligns with you, and then you help them get to where they need to go. And I absolutely love that about you. I didn't know that you were a double major though, so I was like, dang, that my best friend, she a real bad.
Thank you, girl.
That's so awesome. I wanted to talk with you, and we're going to get right into the questions today. I wanted to talk to you about how did you get started on your entrepreneurial journey, because everyone's journey is so different. How did you get started in yours?
Well, like you said, the majority of my previous career has been in management, training others, and then building other people's businesses from the ground up for them, right? So, like, it was time to put in all that hard work and do all this for myself. So
right?
It was truly out of a need. So we created a niche business to help residential treatment centers because we were in that mental health field and saw that they needed help to better work with the children on the floor instead of spending time in the office writing. The kids needed more hand-on work. So that's why we really created our first business.
I love that you said, on the grounds work, because of course you can be a business who is, giving donations and doing that, but there's something very precious about putting your hands to the grind of doing something. And I've watched you, I'm obviously on your social, and I watch you help in other ways in the community. And I love that you give your time so willingly and so in a heart-staked place in order to make those changes. And so I love that your entrepreneurial journey started by knowing that you were doing that, right? Like acknowledging like that I'm doing this for everybody else. Like I need to apply those skills that I have in that set to myself and help my own thing grow. So
right, because when we do it ourselves, we could do it how we want to. When I'm managing others, building businesses for others, I'm following their standards. I'm not following my true, authentic self. So this is like the opportunity when we started doing our own businesses is when we can actually like pour our heart into it and actually create it intentionally for what our purposes and missions are.
I love that. I'm going to throw you a question here. What is one thing when you were building this that was a non-negotiable for you to be like, this is going to be a core thing in my business that I want people to clearly know when they come to me that my business is about X?
For me, business is about like, it's going to be good for our business, Heartworks, as well as our client. So if it's not 100% on both sides and everyone is completely happy, whether that be the price, the turnaround time, or the project itself, then we're just not going to do it. We want it to be a mutual positive trade.
I wish I had one of those fans that said yes, because I'm like, yes, yes, honey, yes, because I'm feeling that. And that's great. That's great, because then you don't do work that you're energetically not feeling, right? Which is
exactly.
Like, who doesn't? Nobody wants to do that, right? So I love that answer. So I have personally taken your Right to Heal course twice, and I wanted to know what made you decide to start Right to Heal.
Okay, so genuinely, for me, it was a feeling. So like when your community, when your tribe, your loved ones are coming to you and like asking you for help, and you can help them by strengthening their relationships themselves teaching them healthy boundaries, just things that we do or I do in my own personal life, as well as with my wife. If those are practices that we do that are just so simple to make our lives more positive and our friends and our communities coming to us for that, then what better way than to create a course that they can utilize, that we can share together, be in a group doing these hard things together, as well as having a space where we are safe, an environment where we're comfortable to share our wins, our losses, and teach each other how to be better or how to be more positive in life. You know, to make the difficult things in life easier with a group. And also, it's great for accountability because, like, if you say it in these groups, then that's what we expect from you. And we do give like a little homework. It's all in your time and stuff. We meet you exactly where you are. However, we are going to ask you some hard questions. We are going to ask you to do some hard things, but I promise you, in the end, you'll see why and you'll be thankful for it and grateful for it, because that's where we found ourselves after practicing these things.
It's so, I love that you brought that up because I literally last week was like, I don't actually know the answer to the question you just asked me. And I was surprised. I was surprised by that because, you know, I've been living in this body for 39 years. Nobody repeat that. But anyways, it's, you know, I was like, I should know these answers. And when I didn't, I love that you provided steps for me to kind of understand and kind of soul dig where I could find that answer. And it helped me to understand how I get to that. And then it let me know a little bit more work that I needed to do. And I love that you have, that you put in there that it's a therapeutic community writing, because it is. Like, you go there to do the soul work for yourself, but you also find community and you find a bond within the other people that are in that group, and you do the work together. And it's very soulful. It's so timely. If anyone is on the fence about taking it, I have taken it twice. I will continue to take it because I feel like every as long as you keep doing it, every quarter, I feel like I'm able to scratch a little bit deeper into myself. And so I just wanted to know where the idea came from, how it came about, because it has touched my life in such a huge way. And so I tell everybody about it.
Thank you.
You about to see all my friends because I'm like, you need to take this, friend. And it's true.
And you know, like, just because we're the leaders of it, it does not mean, like, I'm learning from y'all every time. And like you said, it's so timely, not just for y'all, but for me too. And I know Cody as well. So it's such a blessing to be able to do that and share.
I think what I like too about that is that you let everyone know that you two are just people. Yes, you're teaching the course, but like you, as you said, you do share, and you share very honestly and in your vulnerability. Like, here is my things, here is my stuff, and I love that you are very open to sharing and receiving feedback and all of that. So it's a really amazing course, and I love the way the words are placed for Right to Heal. I think that I just love all of the intentionality of everything that you do. I have not taken the memoir course, but we're going to put that one in my back pocket.
Appreciate you.
I'm going to keep on the Right to Heal for a minute, but just so you know, Cody, if you're watching, memoir writing's coming too. I always like to ask.
Be ready. If you come and do it, you got to be ready though. So, you know.
I love that. It's true. Like, if you sign up, make sure you're ready, because like they ain't playing. Like, they are there to help you do the work, and they support you. I have to say too, before I move on to my next question, because I know Cody's here watching and we're featuring you, but I want to say that there is something very beautiful that happens when you are in these courses and you're doing these series between the way that you two show up for each other. You're such a dynamic duo. And I think that it is such a beautiful thing for people to see in the queer community, to see a wife and wife team work so well together and to be able to sharpen each other in such a way. And the way that you work and love each other so well translates over, and it helps in the way that you teach, in the way that you show up for the people that are there. And I just want you to know that I see it as such a beautiful thing to be on the receiving end of that. And so I want to be able to share that and say thank you for that, because
Oh, thank you so much. That means the world.
it's true. It's so true. And so it's just an amazing bonus, I feel like, to the series. And so I am super stoked to eventually be able to take the memoir course because of that, because I know something amazing and beautiful will become of it because of the two people that you are in your union and how you show up. So,
and then your beautiful story that will be written as well.
Right. It will get there, right?
Of course.
Of course. So I always like to ask our creators, like, did you ever hit a bump in creating your product or services through your creative journey? And did you, in that bump, what helped push you through that hardship that you might have encountered?
I think definitely. And what I learned in residential treatment centers, working with them, is that your day is never going to be perfect. So like I kind of account for a couple bumps, you know, like I definitely hit bumps in creating, in life, in health, etc. So yes, during those times in 2018, I had a hysterectomy and then was on life support for like a week. And then the next month, the business that I was working for closed down and I was still under medical leave. So that was difficult. For me, the thing that helped me push through all of that, it was all about my mindset and what I was putting in and taking from the outside world. So like if you're consuming misogynistic music or music that's calling women hoes and bitches, or that speaks down to you, you know, that could be an issue. Like it's like an affirmation, like a mantra, if you will, like manifesting things.
Yep.
So I really choose to listen to music that's positive, and that speaks that into my life. And then, you know, that's like a brilliant practice for me because now like I don't watch the news. So like what I consume, social media, television, whatever I read, if it's not positive or uplifting for me, then I really don't let it in my bubble, really. At this time. And that has helped me so much through so many things.
It's so crazy you're saying this because I literally was just having a conversation with a friend the other day. I'm totally gonna out myself. People are gonna realize how crazy I am right now. You ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Here we go. I watch. I love crime TV, and so I'm just feeling like I'm feeling a little taxed today, Renee. Because I watched. That's how I fall asleep, and my friend was like, "That's messed up." That's messed up. And I was like, "It's not the show. It's the monotone." Okay. For those that remember, you remember Robert? It's like, no, Kimmy, no.
I'll send you a PM meditation if you need a monotone.
That explains so much, right? Like, it's the Robert Stack voice of like, you know, unsolved mysteries. You know what I mean? Like, it's like.
No, I don't know. I'm sorry.
It makes me fall asleep, but I get what you're saying, and like maybe I should try that. I might get a better night's sleep.
You might have better sleep and better dreams.
Right. But I love that you were saying like that you're very intentional with everything that you consume. We don't watch news here, although my crime shows probably get a fill of it, but you're right. Like it does show how you show up in the world and what kind of person you are and all of those things. So I think that that's That's pretty dope that you do that. Now you mentioned music, and everybody knows I'm a music like freak. So drop what's your favorite song that you like that is like your go-to jam when you need that positive pumped up energy?
Oh, I'm gonna say you already know, Kimmy, Madam Gandhi, Karen Gandhi. She's awesome. My favorite song is Top Knot Turn Up. Go check her out. It's awesome and it's positive.
I don't know if I know that one, but I am gonna go look it up. I'm probably sure I've heard it since when we were around each other, but I don't.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
Off the top of my head, I'll probably listen to it and I'll be like, oh, yep, that's it. um, so I want you to, like I said, you're doing Right to Heal, you're doing the memoir series. I want you to paint me a vision of how you want others to feel after they complete the Right to Heal or after they complete the memoir course. Like, what is your hope for them after they've had this experience with Heartworks writing?
Well, in life, I just want like people to feel safe, loved, and free to be themselves. Period. And I want to encourage and show up for them exactly where they are. So like on their good days, their bad days, their ugly days, I don't care. I just want you to show up, not for me, but for yourself. That's why you signed up to do this. And I want to encourage you to do it. I want you to complete Right to Heal with a sense of self-strength, self-confidence that is unwavering, an ability to speak up for yourself, to ask for what you want, to ask for and to create healthy boundaries that you need to create so that you can be safe, heard, and seen in your everyday life. And I would hope that everyone shows up unapologetically themselves, because that's where we can learn the most, from our authentic selves. And I strongly believe that together we can whatever that looks like. Together we can do anything and all things. That's what I feel.
Oh, I love that. That is such an, like, isn't that what like anyone wants when you create something? Like, you hope that people feel that way when they have like use your thing or take your course. Like, that is such an amazing answer. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
It's true. I feel that. I do, like, I'm like, I'm seeing all the hearts here, and I'm just that's like literally I'm like boop 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 boop. Like, I'm feeling it. So I want to talk to you about because here at Kim and Wilson Co, we're all about self-care. And so I want to talk to you about what self-care practice is a must do for you to reconnect with yourself. And then we're going to get into the box.
Awesome. Can't wait for the box. So like I said, I'm going to say it again because it's that important to me. I choose to input positivity in my life as much as I can. So be it television, music, social media, I choose what I watch, what I read, what I listen to, and what I consume. I choose uplifting, positive affirmations, mantras in my life that I want to see and I want to live through. So
ooh, that's good.
that's what I do. As you know, Kimmy, I love my bath time. Especially with your bath products. And like, I don't know which ones are like, I think I have some things that aren't out yet that I'm testing. So I'm not going to talk about those, but I can't wait for y'all to check them out because I love it. So
Renee's about to put me on blast.
So wow, that product is fire. That's all I got.
You can go ahead and talk about it. It's fine.
I also love to wake up gently. And so like what that looks like for me is if you stay over, the first hour I wake up, I don't really speak to anyone. I'm just kind of quiet to myself. I wake up gently and I take time for myself, and I'm learning how to work out and I'm learning to love it. Moving your body is so powerful. It helps with my depression or anxiety, like, so that feels different and that's exciting for me. What are some things that you're doing? Maybe I can learn from you.
Well, Renee had challenged me to work out 3 times a week, and I'm doing it. And I'm finding that I work out more, but like I now really am doing where I'm just trying to have gratitude for that I can move my body. Like I think of like I have people who are, you know, physically challenged to be able to move. And I think that sometimes we wake up, we're on autopilot, we forget that we like it is a blessing to have this body, to have these arms, to have these fingers, have this mouth, like all of these things. And so I'm really trying to be very intentional with taking very good care of my temple, right?
Right.
So some things that I do, I have dance parties. So we're both music people. You've seen me do it at your house before, but like I think that everybody should have a dance party at least once a week. Like put on your favorite song and like dance like you did in your 20s at the nightclub when you were trying to catch some of that ass. You know what I'm saying? Like for real, like just and do it for yourself. Like the just hyped up feeling that you get when you're like dancing all out and you're not having to worry about anybody watching you and it's just for yourself. Like that's such a good feeling. Like that is probably my number one self-care thing. I also, like you, Renee, I'm a bath person and I'm going to just go ahead and out myself. We made this product just for Renee. This is actually Renee's special bottle. It's coming to her this week. And we're gonna call it it's straight off of her IG name, so hopefully she's all right with that. Thanks, friend. And we're gonna call it the Gratitude Bubble Bath. And so because I was
Say it again.
The Gratitude Bubble Bath. That's what
Awesome.
we're gonna.
Can't wait.
So yeah, I wasn't expecting to do a bubble bath, but Renee was like, look, friend, like I'm gonna need some more bubbles into my tub. And I was like, I don't know if I'm feeling that. And then I was like determined to crack this formulation, which I'm still like, you know, they're probably, you know, you start out with one and then I'll eventually, like it's always changing, right? Like food, one day you might want some pepper and then you might want some garlic salt and then you might want some cilantro, I don't know, some parsley.
I mean, as you learn, Kimmy, this whole time
Right.
that I've been watching you with your products is you've been elevating them each time you learn something. So
Thank
I
you.
think we're going to get the most elevated the gratitude bubbles or whatever it's called. Whatever you call it, it's going to be fire.
Yeah,
Because,
we're going to call it the gratitude bubbles. One, because I think I thought about it. I was literally sitting on the couch with Cody and I was like, I don't know. You were asleep, Brad. And I was like, I don't know. And me and Cody always come up with these most amazing ideas a few hours before you wake up, right? And we were like just ping-ponging off of each other. And I was like, oh, snaps. I should call it the gratitude bubbles because I know you would be like grateful to have it, right? And I'd already like, I'm not going to do it. And then I really felt like it was a way to say thank you for all of the testing that you have done. Cody loves everything, right? Like Cody just loves everything. But what I love about you, Renee, is that you will tell me like, yeah, Kim, I like that, but like not so much this, right? And I need that in order to go over to tweak it before it comes to market. And so I think it's an amazing way to say not only thank you for testing it, but also thank you for all of the work that you have done to help me be able to find my voice in this business. And you've literally helped create the foundational work that has helped me bring my vision to life. And I'm so immensely grateful. And so that's why it will have that name. The scents will change, but it's not just going to be called a regular bubble bath. So that's why it's got its name. So this is your testing bottle. And Renee will tell me what it's like before it comes to market, but it will be getting a pre-order. And so you can order them. They just aren't quite ready to come all the way out yet because Renee's got to test this first.
I can't wait. I'm so excited.
So
I love it. Thank you so much for your kind words, Kimmy. I appreciate it.
It's true, Renee. Like I think it goes back to like how you're saying that you only absorb positive things, because I definitely feel that from you when I interact with you. And I love that you're so intentional with being intentional with how you show up and when you speak. I feel like you're slow to respond. You're slow to jump into a conversation. And let me make sure that I'm very clear with what I mean with that. Like, I feel like some people just talk to talk, and you are not that person. You really pause and think about when you're going to speak, how you're going to speak, and how you're going to respond. And I know that when you talk and when you're talking to others, that you have taken the time to think about that and how it will feel and how it will sound. And I love that intentionality that you are in the way that you move through your life. And so I wanted to make sure, which is why I've been asking you like to be a feature. And I think that it's so timely. And I love that you honored when you were ready to do it, because, you know, I might have been like, do it for this box or that box. And it feels so right to be this box and balance, as we're talking about going from one extreme to the other, you know, going from the ocean and the desert, and having that balance, and knowing that those extremes of weather or of the place is so different, and they need so many different things in order to survive in that element. And I think that it was just perfect timing. So as much as I bugged you, I want to say thank you for honoring yourself and coming at the time when it was divine for you to come. And so I just want to say I'm very grateful for that.
Yeah, I really do believe that it is very timely. This is AAPI month. Next month, as you know, is Pride Month. Two things that I'm down for and I am a part of. So I think it's the perfect time. Maybe 2 months ago, I wasn't going to say what needed to be heard by someone. I don't know.
Yeah, I think that that's so great. Like, how do you think, because we are both, I'm going to throw you a curb question, but we are both part of the AAPI community. Like, how do you feel like we can show up in a way that helps our community and helps others understand our community? I feel like this is a struggle for me personally, often, because I feel like I straddle multiple places, right? Like, and I know you get that, right? Like, it's like, how do you show up well and help change our world and society for ourselves and others?
I think that if we show up authentically, I think, you know, and it's a balance too, like everything that we're talking about. So I think is we show up as ourselves, and then we introduce our friends, our community to the things that are important to us. Like I introduced y'all, like Chinese New Year, we had a little celebration. Some people didn't know about the red envelopes, also called Lai Si Feng. So like, you know, those things that are important, or like the traditions of like the vows, or like the incense or the prayers that we offer our ancestors. You know, just like you show up as who you are, authentically yourself. And then when we are in a group of our community that is all different and we share ourselves genuinely, then everyone learns about our cultures, about our ways, and it becomes normalized. I think that's kind of the goal, and just showing up for ourselves like we did today on this Instagram live, for others that are watching. I think that's how we do it. Just a little at a, you know, just being authentic with ourselves and showing up exactly who we are, how we are, and showing people that this is normal and this is human. I think that's the answer.
Yeah, and Cody said this is pretty similar. I love how y'all are so entwined. Like she said, living authentically is so powerful. It shows others and empowers others to do the same. And I've always tried to show up as my authentic self, whether people like it or not. It gets me in trouble sometimes, and I fully I'm aware of that, and I take on that responsibility, knowing that it might get me in trouble, and I take my comeuppance when I need to. But I think that it is true, and I don't think I always think about that. How when you do that, it gives others the permission to do it themselves, And that is a very powerful thing. So I think that is an amazing answer. I just don't think I didn't look at it that way, right? Like I'm trying to, like, I think sometimes I think about it maybe just selfishly, right? Like I'm just trying to be my best at me for me, but it's true. It does have a rippling effect, and it does think about those who are scared to be themselves because they're in these marginalized communities, right? And when we do it, that gives them permission to do it too. And also we know doing it in a safe, loving space as much as you can, because that's a real thing right now. And so finding your people and being able to be that and to do that is important, and it is very powerful. So I love that you're here with the balance box, and you know what's in the balance box. And also I have to go back to Heartworks Writing because those who are new here, or this is their first time watching this, or this is your first time coming across Kimmy Wilson Co. or the box, Renee helps write the copy. Like, go to our website, it links in our bio, everything that is there, they have helped create. They have helped me find my voice. They have helped read in some of my projects, and I'm like, no, I think I really want to say this, and they're like, yeah, as Renee would say, not so much. And so they have
sorry, I ain't sorry.
You know, like they have helped me read, and like, we can, but like, let's just maybe do it this way. Right? Which is all, and I love that you guys do that. Like, and I love the way that you write and the process of how you two show up in the way that you write together as a team is so powerful. I'm going to tell you, I have a whole process when I receive your copy. And we usually have a conversation like, this is something I want to do. This is my thoughts. I never always have the exact words. I always have the feeling that I want to invoke and how I want people to interact with stuff. And sometimes I'll have some of the words. I know Cody's about to get me and be like, girl, stop, you do. Because she's always speaking that into me. But, and I'm believing it more, Cody. I'm believing it. But
you have to speak it into yourself, though.
Right. I'm working on that. But when I receive your copy, I literally stop what I'm doing. I sit down and I read it. Sometimes I have usually something to drink. I have like usually a tea, and I listen. And I have my tissues. Because every time I read it, it always, like, I feel like this kid who is in the corner who has this immense amount of passion for this thing that they're trying to create, and like they're trying to break it out into the world, or they're trying to be understood and they're misunderstood, and I feel like that someone has shown a light on me and that someone gets it. And I feel like that every single time I open up your guys' copy and read it. It's like you have reached into my soul and understood what I'm trying to relay into the people who are getting our products, what I want them to feel, and the voice. And that is so, for every business person out there, every entrepreneur, that is the most critical part of getting people to understand what your mission is, what your product is, what your services are. And I feel so immensely grateful that you guys share that, and that we're able to work together in that way. And so I just want to say thank you again for that, and that sharing that. Like, that is a whole process for me. I sit down, I make sure that I'm intentional, and if I can't be, then I just don't open it. And y'all know, because I'm like, I'm not reading that right now because I'm not in a headspace, because I know where it's going to take me. Right? Like, I know y'all about to mess me up.
I mean, with anything like that, people shouldn't read those things until they're ready and in the right mindset for that, because, you know, it is editing and we're trying to create the best thing. And Yeah, be gentle with yourself and be aware of what you're doing and when is the best time to take in this advice. And again, it's just advice, and you can choose at the end of the day what goes there, but now you have another option. That's all.
But
And I
you,
love what Cody just said. Talking about us both being AAPI, but we look so very different. So it's very important to realize that these every all cultures and different things show up in so many different ways, and they're all valid, and they're all beautiful, and they're all AAPI or whatever the title is at the end of the day.
right. I mean, it's true. Like, I remember when we did our, first of all, it was my first time celebrating that, the Chinese New Year. Even though I'm part Chinese, like there wasn't representation in my family for really a lot of culture. And so I'm trying as an adult to have that so that I can give that to my children so that, when you know better,
Right.
you do better, right? So I'm trying to do that. And so I love that we took that picture, and we'll have to like put it in stories again so that we can see it. I think Cody has it, but we took a picture of, I think there was like 5 of us, and we said like which one of us is not from like, Orient.
Not. Yeah.
And like there was only one of us, and it was just very interesting to see like all the eclecticness of our differences, and you would not know that from looking at us, and how important it is to not just solely judge someone by what you see, and to hold space for people to be able to be who they are, because you never know how they're showing up, in what ways they will show up, and what they bring into the situation from their upbringing, their cultural backgrounds, and all of those things. And I think it's very important, and it's super timely to understand that and to be sensitive with that. And so, yeah, I love that Cody brought that up.
I love sharing that with you guys, and like, doing that. It was awesome.
Yeah. And I want to know, as we're just talking about, just advice and all of that, what is a piece of advice that you would give our listeners? You already dropped the part about authenticity, but is there anything else that you feel like in this time, or just overall, that you think is good for them to know about you or Heartworks Writing as a piece of advice?
Again, I'm just gonna say the same thing. Be authentic to yourself. Maybe that was a lesson that took me a long time to learn, and I've just had the power to do so in the last 5 years or so. But really, being authentic to yourself, truly to the core, is the most important thing, because that will be your purpose, your mission, and that will, in the deepest, darkest times, when you do hit those hurdles, those struggles, that's what's going to keep you pushing through, because you're being authentic to yourself. The purpose, the mission is aligned with who you are to the core. The other thing that I've learned is narrate your story before someone else does.
Ooh, that is so fire. That is fire. Put that in a book. Actually, I'm gonna put that on a quote and then put Chen underneath. Like, I'm just not even gonna lie. I'm gonna do that this week. So, Mihaela, you heard that? That's what we're doing. Because that's fire. I think that's amazing, right? Like, narrate it before like someone else can, because how many, like, if someone else is telling your story, they might not get it right, and they might highlight that you don't want them to, right? Or yeah. And so that's a great way to not only to live your life, right? Like, whoo, I'm like, I felt that just now. Like, I felt that. I want to also talk about, while we're talking about narrating and writing, I want to talk about what your amazing offer is for this box. This is our first time doing featuring someone who has services, and it was so important to me. And I was like, I don't really know how we do it, because we're always showing physical products, right?
Right.
So thank you so much again for being so willing to do it. But I was like, I don't know what that looks like, so we're going to figure it out in real time. And I love it, because I personally have had such an amazing experience with your company, and I thought, like, how can we show your services and how can we bring that into the box? So I just want you to share with others what they're going to find if they have received an LYJ Pamper box and the summer balance box.
Yes. So if you purchase this summer balance box, which you should, because I really want the bracelet.
I'm wearing it right
so
now.
Cute. Yeah. It's so cute. And I think it's positive because of the stones and stuff. So bring some positivity and goodness to you. But basically, if you purchase this box, you're going to get 15% off of our services, some of our services. So like if you need something edited, if you need some copywriting, if you need some content creating, memoir mindset, which we'll be doing the beginning of next year. And then we'll also be doing Right to Heal again in the fall sometime, thinking around September, but we will drop when we're going to do that. If you are working on a personal story, writing something for business, we're definitely here to help you. If there's something else that you're thinking about that you need help with writing, or we've helped people write dissertations, we've helped people write letters to get into different programs. If they weren't able to articulate the words, we would work with them, feel their character out, and then help them edit or write this letter for them. So really anything that you need in editing, copywriting, ghostwriting, etc., we're more than happy to give you this 15% off when you purchase this summer box.
Also, I just want to say that they are great with grant writing, crowdfunding writing.
I forgot.
Like I personally use those things. I'm still waiting for a response from one, and I'm like, we're just going to put those energy, those positive vibes out there, right, Renee?
Thank you. Thank you for pouring into mine too. Appreciate you. We are doing grants and it's starting, so
yes, it's true. Like, and so those are all the skills that you do. I also just want to say, for those who are going to get a box and are going to get this amazing offer, is what I love about this, because I've had, other experiences in copywriting, because you have to find your journey before you find the best fit, because it is, as you said in the beginning, you have to make sure it's beneficial for you and that company that you're working with, right? And not all fits are great fits, just like shoes, right? They're not all created equal. You definitely have to find your person. But what I love about the way that you guys write, and in the honor, you always are able to sit down and like have a conversation with the person, but you really write from the essence of who they are and what they're trying to do. And I want people to understand like how incredible of a gift that is. Not everybody can do that, and it's very, very special. But not only that, y'all do it to where I never hardly have any edits. Like, when I say edits, like, I know that y'all offer rewrites and stuff like that, and I'm laughing because, like, when I say I need like an edit, it's like a word. It's like, hey, yo, can you change this word to, like, instead of sis, can we change it to y'all? Because everybody knows I'm a little bit country, I'm a little bit sassy. You know what I mean? Right? Like, we need to, like, it's never like, I'm going to need you to completely rewrite that because you've lost my voice or you've not found my intentionality. And so I want to say, like, I think that's an amazing gift. And also, it's so less stressful on people who are on the receiving end of those services to know that, like, every time that you create and you do that, that it creates more confidence. Like, I know now that I can be like, hey, this is kind of a thing that I'm thinking about, boom, and you're able to create it because I trust you with my work. And this is like essentially my baby, right? Like, this is my dream come to life. And that is such a comfortable feeling to be able to take a project that you have that you want to bring to life, to be able to trust it with another company, and you do it so beautifully and so authentically and such in a way that makes you working together, that makes you feel like you know, like they got it, they understand. And I love that. But I love the fact that like, I don't have to like keep working and keep working on it and keep working on it. It can be like, oh, that's amazing. And like, I'm going to need a minute. It's like giving birth every time, but I love it. And I love that I don't have to like have a whole bunch of like extensive reworking with it. So I think that's amazing. I love that you are offering that. And we thank you so much at Kimmy Wilson Co. for you guys doing that. And I love that we were able to figure that out. If you are on the fence about getting a box, you don't want to miss it, because first of all, if you're in copy or doing any of that or building a project or writing a book, or if you just need content, or not only content, but also email automation, Renee is your girl. Go check out Heartworks Writing. Check out the Right to Heal series. Renee, as we're about to finish out, please tell people where they can connect with you and how they can find all of your amazing skills.
First, definitely get the balance box, because I know what's in it, and you're going to win. And it's all about balance, and we've talked about self-care. You know, do this for yourself. That box is my favorite, because everything is intentionally for you to enjoy and get some self-care. I can't wait to get my box. You can find me at Instagram at The Gratitude Gangster. Cody, if you could drop it. Also, for Heartworks Writing, you can find us at Instagram for Heartworks Writing. And you can find us on our website. And I believe Cody can drop those for us at www.heartworksw.com. And thank you, Kimmy. It's such a pleasure to work with you and to be able to create the feeling, the voice, and the words that you're trying to narrate, and for the products that you put all those feelings into. Like, we can feel the love, the balance, the self-care in each of those boxes. And thank you for putting me out there, for continually pushing me to get on this Instagram Live, because I had a blast with you. And I hope we get to do it again on another product, on another journey. And thank you all for listening. And again, be authentic to yourselves always, and narrate your own story before someone else does. Thank you, Kimmy, so much.
Oh, you're so welcome. Thank you so much, Renee, for being willing. And I'm absolutely hold you to being on here at another time for another thing. Everybody, you done heard her say it. So
You got it. You got it.
Thank you so much for allowing us to feature you. Thank you so much for your amazing offer. If you want to get that, don't forget to hit our link in our bio to learn more about Renee. You also can subscribe to our email list, where we'll be sending more about her bio and her amazing, gorgeous headshot, which you do not want to miss. It is absolutely phenomenal. So, and the soup friend is like fire, okay? It's just fire. All right, thank you so much. We hope that you have a wonderful Wednesday, and remember to narrate your own journey. Bye, friends. Bye, Renee.
Love you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.